What is happening, investors? It is your boy Jack. I am not a financial advisor, and today we're going to be speaking about NIO because their second quarter 2022 financial results just came out, and they, in my opinion, not the best in the whole world. Keep in mind, I am a NIO investor. I am not here to slate NIO by any means, but I think the majority of people will agree with me that there's a few things that we don't want to see that have came out of this, but we have seen that with a lot of EV stocks as of late. But what is really interesting is that in pre-market trade, and NIO is down as much as I believe 6%. Markets are only open for about half an hour as I record this. They're actually up about 3.5%, and again, we're up another percent or two. So some really interesting price action here. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through what I believe the most important things from the report were. We're pretty much just going to look at the financial results, some of the CEO and CFO comments, and some things in regards to costs and expenses, where things were good and where things were bad, and what we can expect to happen next. They have our forward commentary. And then we are going to be taking a look at what the analysts have to say. And then towards the end, we will take a look at the chart, at the technicals, and see what we can potentially expect to happen next. For the record, guys, on this channel, we have followed NIO for more than 2 years at this stage, pretty much. We have followed the chart for a very long time. We've called a few things quite well. So we're going to take a look and see what the longer term outlook, as well as the short term outlook looks like. Really quickly, guys, could I please ask you to smash that juicy like button? Why not? It looks good. Just click it. Why not? See what happens. Drop me a comment down below. Let me know what you're doing with your NIO positions. And please, if you are indeed new around here, hit that juicy red subscribe button. Why not? So, second quarter 2022 financial results came out, okay? Delivery of vehicles was at just over 25,000. That represents an increase of 14.4% from the second quarter 2021 and a decrease of 2.8% from the first quarter 2022. So, a slight decrease from last quarter. Not something people ever really want to see. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at all of the key financial results here pretty much, and we're just going to focus on the quarter-over-quarter percentage change and the year-over-year percentage change, okay? So first of all, vehicle sales, quarter-over-quarter, 3.5% change, year-over-year, 21% change. You know what? Fine. Quite nice. One that people aren't going to be happy with here whatsoever is the vehicle margin, okay? We'll get into why these numbers have gotten worse once we've gone through them, but okay? Vehicle margin was at 16.7%. Quarter ago was 18.1%, and same quarter last year was 20.3%. So gone down 1.4% and 3.6% respectively. This is one that people really don't like, okay? And on the point of margin, gross margin sitting at 13%, down 1.6% quarter over quarter, and 5.6% year over year. Now, again, we're going to get into why these things happened, but right now, in the world of electric vehicles, margins are a leading factor in the way stock prices are moving based off earnings. It is simple. It is a fact. You can go look at the last few earnings for any of your favorite EV companies. I guarantee you, if they are posting good margins, people are going to be happy. If you want to do some Chinese comparisons, go look at Li Auto and go look at XPeng. You can see what happened with their latest quarterly reports. You will see what happened with their margins. And there is a direct correlation. Even if EPS is beat or not beat, even if sales are up or down, the margins are so important to people right now because of greater macroeconomic reasons, because of the supply chains that are going on. If companies can keep those margins in a good place, given where the world is at right now, people get a lot, and I mean a lot, of confidence in these companies. Total revenues up 3.9% quarter over quarter and 21.8% year over year. So obviously that's good. You want revenues going up. With that being said, gross profit is down 7.4% quarter over quarter and down 14.8% year over year. So, revenues up, gross profit down. It's fine. It's not good. It's not what you want to see. It's not something I would be happy with as an investor personally, this gross profit, but there are reasons for it. Loss from operations is up 30% quarter over quarter and up 272.8% year over year. But when you consider, the huge increase in production revenue, etc., the year over year numbers are going to be a lot bigger. Net loss up 73% quarter over quarter and 575% year over year. So CEO and CFO comments. We delivered 25,059 vehicles in the second quarter of 2022, representing a growth of 14.4% year over year, despite the Roni-related challenges. And again, guys, this isn't an excuse. This still is a real reason why pretty much every EV company is struggling, and the large majority of them are posting worse quarters over quarters as of late. It's just the way the world is right now. With the team's concerted efforts, our delivery started to recover and achieved 10,052 and 10,677 units, so staying above that 10,000 mark in July and August respectively. The second half of 2022 is a critical period for NIO to scale up the production and delivery of multiple new products. Now this is extraordinarily important for NIO and their stock health the rest of this year and going forwards. The ES7, our first mid-large 5-seater smart electric SUV based on NIO Technology 2.0, has become a new favourite of the market with its superior performance, comfort and digital experience. We witnessed a robust order inflow for the ES7 and started its deliveries at scale in August. So that is a fantastic piece of news. And again, guys, this is why you should always look beyond the financials, see what the CEO and CFO have to say, listen to your earnings calls, read the rest. We also look forward to starting the mass production and delivery of the ET5 in late September. With the compelling product portfolio and well-established brand awareness, NIO will attract a broader user base and embrace robust growth in the coming quarters. So they do still seem to be confident in their performance in the coming quarters in particular, and they do seem to, want to beat this quarter and next quarter at the very least. Solid financial results for the second quarter of 2022 in spite of the tremendous challenges and cost volatilities. With the ET7 setting sail to Europe in August, users in more countries will experience our new products and services later this year. To meet the growing EV demand of the global market, we have been working closely with our partners to ramp up the production and deliveries of our new products. We also expect to further expand our market share in the global premium smart electric vehicle market with high operating efficiency. Good. Every investor should be happy to hear this, and hopefully we continue to get updates on this quarter over quarter. Look, we went through the revenues, etc. I want to speak about the cost of things, okay? So the cost of sales represented an increase of 30.2% from the second quarter of 21 and 5.8% from the last quarter. The increase in cost of sales over the second quarter of 21 was mainly driven by the increase of delivery volume and higher material cost per vehicle. Okay, so obviously, you're producing a lot more vehicles, you're going to have a huge increase in cost of sales. That's absolutely fine. The increase in cost of sales over the first quarter of 2022 was attributed to the higher material cost per vehicle. We all see this, inflation is everywhere. That's why, we have to expect to give some companies some leeway here. But that again is why when people are seeing margins go up right now, it means a lot more than if we saw margins go up, say, 2019, 2020. The decrease of gross margin over the second quarter of 21 was attributed to the decrease of vehicle margin and the reduction in other sale margin resulting from the expanded investment in the power and services network. So they're saying part of the reason the gross margin has gone down is because of expanded investment in power and service network. The decrease of gross margin over the first quarter 22 was mainly attributed to the decrease of vehicle margin. And then in regards to the actual vehicle margin, the decrease of that over the second quarter 21 and the first quarter 22 was mainly attributed to the increased battery cost per unit, which was partially offset by favourable changes in sales mix of the ET7. So that's the reasons, okay? All of them make sense, all of them are fair, but it's still not going to make investors super happy seeing these reasons exist. We would much rather them not exist. We would much rather see our vehicle margins and gross margins going up. Research and development expenses, okay, increase of 143.2% from the second quarter 21 and 22% from last quarter. The increase over the second quarter of 2021 and the first quarter 22 mainly attributed to the increased personnel costs in research and development functions, as well as the incremental design and development costs for new products and technologies. So me personally, I would be fine with this one here. Really, I like seeing money still going into these as long as they can afford it. So yeah, nothing too bad to say here. And look, the same thing really goes for your SG&A. It has to be done. Now, what can we expect next? Okay, for the third quarter 22, company expects deliveries between 31,000 and 33,000. That would be very good, I would say. Very good might be strong. It would be good. I would be disappointed if it was sub these numbers. So representing an increase of 26.8% to 35% from the same quarter of 2021. And then total revenues is a pretty similar situation. So I could see why there would be mixed opinions here, okay? I can see why there might be some fighting going on in the buying side and the selling side. You can see overall it's a green day for EV. ChargePoint yet again, baby. Looking juicy. I love you. Sorry. It's not a ChargePoint video. You can see that they did come down today in pre-market trading and bounce off of this very long-term area of support. We've had it drawn out since I went conspiracy mode and looked at the JPM manipulation, and this was a huge area of consolidation. That's why there's been so much price action around here. Big money getting out of their positions, hopefully opening some new ones soon. I don't really see any reason for them to come down below this line. That's why I was really happy to see them hold strong here. It would lead me to believe we could be up for an upward move. Especially the fact that the RSI got down to about 33. It's already after shooting back up to about 37. And again, it's already shot up from 1650 to 1824 in no time whatsoever. They could be in for a nice short-term upward move. Do I expect anything huge in either direction? Me personally, no. I expect more consolidation. We didn't get very much from this earnings report. Nothing to get investors really excited. Nothing to get people pumping money into this company. I expect more of what we've seen, you know. Some good periods, some bad periods, but ultimately just consolidating. It's a bit of a messy chart as of late. There are some gaps being created. There's some unhealthy price action at times. I expect more of this right here. But anyway, my friends, that is my video on NIO, and that is my thoughts on NIO as a whole, that last quarterly report. It's just a bit meh. My long-term outlook on NIO is still very good. I still like them a lot at these prices, potentially. More so if I can see any considerable dips. I mean, if there was to be another 20-30% dip at some stage, I don't think that should happen unless we see a really bad next quarter. But we'll have to wait and see. Anyway, guys, if you watched all the way till the end, you, my friend, are a true legend. I really appreciate you being here from the bottom of my heart. Your support does mean the world to me. If you did enjoy, please do me that huge favor and hit that like button if you haven't yet. It really does help me out an awful lot, guys. I really would appreciate you. Drop me a comment down below. Help with the YouTube algorithm, baby. And subscribe if you're new around here. Anyway, my friends, I'm going to see you for another video very soon. Peace.